History holds the answers, or does it? From forgotten maps to ancient secrets buried in plain sight, the world's greatest mysteries remain unsolved, and the truth lies hidden, waiting for you to uncover it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Histories, Mysteries, and Conspiracies. Season 2, Unraveling the Unknown. Where the past isn't just a story, it's a puzzle. Are you ready to piece it together? He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. George Orwell. The history, mystery, and conspiracy of the Great Fires. The year 64 AD with the Great Fire of Rome. Lasting 6 days, it devastated much of the city. The official cause? A freak accident, maybe even an arson. Nero blamed the Christians, but others believe Nero himself set the fire to clear land for a new palace. Fast forward. The year 1657, Great Fire of Meireki, Edo, Japan. A fire that devastated Edo, modern-day Tokyo, destroying about 65% of the city and claiming approximately 100,000 lives. The fire began during a ritual burning and was exacerbated by strong winds. The year 1666, the Great Fire of London. Is it still unknown from whence our ruin came, whether from hell, France, Rome, or Amsterdam? The burning of London. It started in a bakery on Pudding Lane and spread rapidly, destroying over 13,000 buildings, including St. Paul's Cathedral. Strangely, records from this time describe intense heat and mysterious behavior of the flames. The cause was pinned on an unfortunate baker, though whispers of insurance schemes and political sabotage remain. The year 1728, Copenhagen Fire, Denmark. This fire destroyed approximately 28% of Copenhagen, leaving 15,000 people homeless. It led to significant changes in building regulations and urban planning. As cities rose in the New World, so too did the fires, almost as if the Old World's torch had been passed, literally. The year 1776, New York City. Just 5 days after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, a fire breaks out in Lower Manhattan, destroying 500 homes. Blamed on revolutionaries or loyalists, depending on who you ask. The damage? Immense. The motive? Unknown. The year 1805, Detroit. Nearly the entire settlement, mostly wooden structures, was destroyed, leaving only Fort Lerneul and one warehouse standing. Remarkably, no fatalities were reported. The disaster spurred a radical redesign of the city. Judge Augustus Woodward proposed a new urban layout inspired by Paris and Washington, D.C., featuring hexagonal streets radiating from a central hub. The year 1812, Moscow Fire. After Napoleon entered Moscow, the city was set ablaze and largely destroyed. Over 75% of the buildings were reduced to ashes. Was it scorched earth by the Russians or sabotage by the French? The year 1834, burning of the Palace of Westminster, London, destroyed most of the UK Parliament buildings. Blamed on overheated stove used to burn tally sticks. Yet again, old symbols of monarchy and history erased before new government buildings arose. The year 1835, New York City, again. Another major blaze rips through the financial district, destroying over 600 buildings. Supposed cause, a faulty gas line. Destruction cost, $20 million in 1835 dollars. Again, one of the richest parts of the city erased overnight. The year 1845, Pittsburgh Fire. Started by a spark in an ice house, the fire destroyed 1,000 buildings in 12 hours. Estimated 2,500 left homeless. The year 1849, Great St. Louis Fire, Missouri, USA. The fire destroyed 430 homes and 23 steamboats, significantly impacting the city's economy and leading to improved fire safety measures. The year 1851, San Francisco Fire. Not the first, but the most devastating. Originating in a paint shop, it killed at least 17 and wiped out the business district. Coincidentally, this came at the height of the gold rush. Major reconstruction followed, in completely different architectural styles. The year 1859, Key West fire, destroyed over 200 buildings. Was listed as accidental, but nearly the entire historic core was lost. The year 1871, the Triple Inferno. Chicago, 17,000 buildings destroyed, 300 dead. Cause? The infamous O'Leary cow. Peshtigo, Wisconsin, 1,200 to 2,500 dead. Deadliest fire in U.S. history. Cause? Lightning or embers. Witnesses described fire tornadoes. Michigan, dozens of towns destroyed, including Holland and Manistee. Cause? Unclear. All three occurred on the same day. The year 1872, Boston fire. Started in a warehouse, destroyed 776 buildings in Boston's commercial district. Financial loss? $73 million. The year 1886, Great Vancouver Fire, British Columbia, Canada. Shortly after Vancouver's incorporation, a fire destroyed 601,000 buildings, killing at least 21 people and necessitating rapid reconstruction. Different centuries. Same result, obliteration of the old, birth of the new. The year 1901, Jacksonville Fire. Destroyed over 2,368 buildings and left nearly 10,000 people homeless. The fire started at the Cleveland Fiber Company due to a spark from a cook stove igniting piles of Spanish moss drying for use in mattress making. Though the third largest fire in U.S. history, it claimed only 7 lives, strangely low for such destruction. The year 1904, Baltimore Fire. Lasted over 30 hours, destroyed 1,500 buildings. Cause? Unclear. Over 30 fire departments couldn't coordinate due to mismatched hose fittings. The year 1904, Toronto Fire. Started in a necktie factory, destroyed 100 buildings. Downtown core erased. Damage estimated at over $10 million. The year 1906, San Francisco earthquake and fire. Most focus on the quake, but the fire did most of the damage. Over 28,000 buildings destroyed. Witnesses described dynamite being used by authorities to control the blaze. Why did so many cities burn uncontrollably? And why was no one able to stop it? Was it used to erase the old city? Some researchers suggest that the architectural remains before these fires, including Greco-roman facades, monumental arches, and vast stone complexes, were not built by the people who occupied the cities. Instead, these were inherited structures, remnants of a previous, more advanced civilization, sometimes called Tartaria, often referred to in alt history circles as Tartaria. This lost civilization is said to have left behind architectural marvels now misattributed or erased from the record. The theory goes, the Great Fires weren't accidents. They were a cover-up, a chance to eliminate structures that didn't fit the accepted historical narrative. And after each fire, what followed? A building boom. Cleaner lines, less ornate design, more uniformity, less mystery. There are modern parallels to these fires, such as the year 2018, Paradise, California. The campfire destroyed nearly the entire town. Cars were melted to pools of aluminum, yet surrounding trees remained oddly untouched. Some claim to see laser-like beams from the sky. Official cause? PG&E power lines. The year 2023, Lahaina, Hawaii. A historic town with sacred sites and land debates burns to the ground. Reports of blue items surviving while everything else is charred. Satellite footage raises eyebrows. The government response, questionable. The year 2025, Eaton Fire, Altadena, California, USA. Palisades Fire, Pacific Palisades in Malibu. These were 2 of 14 simultaneous wildfires during the January 2025 Santa Ana wind event, resulting in over 18,000 structures lost and 30 fatalities. Mainstream historians dismiss the idea of a cover-up. They argue fires were common due to wooden construction, open flames, and poor infrastructure. Many of these architectural styles were simply part of 19th century design trends. Destruction was a catalyst for modern urban planning and safety regulations. Fire departments were in their infancy and were not nearly as good as they are today. As for modern fires, the scientific consensus is clear. Climate change, drought, and poor utility management are to blame. Talk of directed energy weapons is labeled fringe science. But ask yourself, why do these fires so often align with political transition, land redistribution, or the erasure of sacred and historical spaces? Churches and temples, once the heart of these cities, often fell in the flames. Was it coincidence or cleansing? History is written by the victors, but what happens when fire erases the page? The pattern of destruction across time, the mysterious behavior of fire, the architectural anomalies, and the silence from authorities all hint at a truth smoldering just beneath the surface. So what do you think? Was it poor planning, nature, or a carefully orchestrated reset? Sometimes the smoke isn't just from fire. Sometimes it's from the truth being burned. We're told it was just fire, but history, like ash, can be scattered or swept away. In the end, those who control the past may not just write history, they may also light the match. Bravo. Select an option for more.